Hello. So I'm going to try and capture a little bit of movementless yoga from another perspective, from the perspective of the present moment. Okay. Now, a lot of us have our own ideas about what the present moment is. But let's consider the word present itself is talking about it's a gift. And to be present to the gift, we would need to be in the present moment because that's where the gift is. It's maybe a bit of information. It may be a bit of a sensation somewhere on your skin. It could be an idea that occurs to you because you're in the moment. It's happening here, somewhere around. They say, catch the comet as it flies. So it could be an idea, it could be an image, it could be a sound. Now you could get lost in it and miss the present because there are many presents. While you could get lost in, oh, the vision of it, something that's happening in the audio is missed. While you could get lost in the audio, something that's happening in the sensation could get missed. While you are lost in the sensation, oh, the pleasure or the what have you, different experience. The knowing of it, it could be a thought which gets missed. Yeah. So I have six senses: seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, feeling, knowing. Just point of reference. But these are all words. So while we could be listening to it, movementless yoga, healthy natural breathing, is not a spoken thing. It's a present moment appreciation thing. Okay. And in the present moment, words that are spoken by you or by somebody else, like now you're listening to the video, gets captured in bits, in moments, in in words that then goes and sits in your intellectual space differently than if you just listen to, oh, there's another sound, another video. Yeah, there, yeah. Could be like music playing in the background and you could miss those words. It's just, oh, it's a music, it's just nice, something to hum along to, but you miss the point. Now, present moment appreciation by healthy and natural breathing, because we could tend to go to complaints, is different. Okay, I will talk about it. So maybe you will get a little understanding of what may be different about healthy natural breathing and about present moment living. So it's I cannot really say a cyclical breathing pattern. It is not. But if we consider our body itself has several cyclical processes. Okay. Now I could bring here the idea of the Buddha with those round, 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 the Buddha's images with round circles. Yeah. Consider a whole body is functioning by cyclical processes. Our cells are breathing, our tissues are breathing. So there are cyclical processes already happening. Just like a breath, there's an inhalation and exhalation. Now, we could get lost in it. Now, what's different about healthy natural breathing as I'm speaking it is not an obsessive compulsive pattern. In fact, it's the reverse of it. When you're noticing obsessive compulsive patterns, like for example, you're obsessively compulsively paying attention to your breath, that is not healthy natural breathing. That's an obsessive compulsive pattern. Yeah, obsessive compulsive disorder, which you're holding on to, much like you would hold on to, say, alcohol or smoke or a crutch, because that's something that works, or a particular kind of a frequency, because that works. That sense, it's a frequency, it's a cyclical pattern. It's frequently doing something. It's at a particular rate, you are continuously doing something. That's also frequency. Okay. So that's a little bit of a difference. But how does that feel like? This is where it is not in one particular part of the body experience. Okay? Which is why I have been speaking in terms of pay attention to warmth in your body, pay attention to softness of your body, pay attention to moisture of your body. And you will notice warmth in different parts of the body, not at the same time. Sometimes you would feel warm, for example, in your armpits, sometimes in your abdomen, but it's not constantly always there. It changes. Yeah. Um, so consider, okay, and it is not something that you get hot with. Oh, it's getting all hot, and then you're sweating. No, it's more like a spa treatment. Go to the spa. It's a nice, comfortable feeling. Yeah. Once it gets a little uncomfortable, get out of it because you could scald yourself. Yeah. It's a pleasant experience and it's not obsessive compulsive. So it takes some time getting used to pleasant, getting out of obsessive compulsive patterns. Okay. Which is why I invite you to bring your attention to warmth in your body. Okay. Warmth anywhere in your body. Yeah. For example, the sides of your elbows, or the insides of your elbows, your armpits could be warm. One side could be more warmer than the other or not. It could be different. Pay attention to maybe your abdomen could be warm, depending on the clothes you're wearing, depending on the atmospheric pressure, temperature. Maybe the sides of your ears could be warm. That is, it need not be warm. It could just be what you are experiencing at this point in time. For you, maybe it's cold, and maybe one side may be cold than the other. And it's for now. Later in the day, it could be different or not. Yeah. It's kind of getting a little more familiar with your own bodily experience at this point in time. And this point in time could be different. Today's date is different. Afternoon time is another point in time. Evening time is another point in time. So this moment, okay? And how is your breath, for example? How is the moisture in your mouth, for example? How is the softness of the skin? Where can you notice softness in your skin? For example, your thighs may or may not be soft. I don't know. Pay attention to your thighs. Does it feel soft? And is it soft everywhere? Or is it soft in some places not so soft? Maybe consciously, subconsciously, unconsciously. Your muscles may be a little tense. And so when your muscles are tense, it's not likely to be as soft as in other places. Where you say, oh, it is just an appreciation. But that's the point. You slowly come to, it's not about all getting soft. This is movementless yoga. Step by step, slowly, a little at a time, you come to what I'm calling as healthy natural breathing. You also come to, well, healthy natural breathing is a beginning kind. Okay. Awareness, mindfulness, present moment appreciation. Then you would come to healthy natural breathing, and then you come to healthier metabolism. There is Mukha Tattva Shuddhi, there is Mukambikaraga. Yeah, there is this is fine. There are very fine aspects of it. You will come to several levels of, for example, appreciating life not from frequency, energy, vibration, but from silence, stillness, nothing. So you say, okay, you're aware of silence, stillness, nothing, but you don't know how frequency, energy, vibration is disturbing you. Or you could say, I'm not going to go into that. I'm only going to be in silence, which means you're resisting something to the exclusion of which you're having silence. In which case, is it silence? I don't think so. In my perspective, that is not silence that I'm talking about. And then there is stillness, and then there is what I call as nothing. These are several finer details. But to get to the benefits of any of that, it's not just imagining and then getting into now I'm in nothing. You're not. Because that involves you probably, well, having to change your dietary habits because your body is functioning by substantially, you're eating something. And so your bodily composition is not as healthy enough to be able to experience silence, stillness, nothing. It's like you're putting, I cannot exactly give this example, but it's like putting diesel in a petrol vehicle. Both have their own function, but I should give another example. Um, Putting water in a vehicle that functions by fuel, yeah, or um, running your home by other than electricity. That may be incomprehensible right now, but I'm talking about that kind of a difference. Um, your the things that you improve health with. For example, if you're having medicines, that is not exactly a definition of being healthy. Similarly, having certain kinds of food, water, exercise, rest, clean habits need not be a definition of health. You could be eating junk, you could be eating stuff which is not really healthy, but that in itself will not be contributing to you being healthy. You would need to change something for you to experience health. This will probably be known by people who smoke and now don't. So there's a difference in how their body functions when they're smoking and not smoking, when they're having alcohol, not having alcohol. Their physiology is different. Similarly, some of our food habits would need to change for our body to experience the kind of health I'm talking about through movementless yoga. Okay? Then you kind of come to what I call as body food. Your body also begins to start making food. At the same time, you are also eating certain kind of food, which then helps your body be healthy. And even if you're, say, going to a party, having to eat like a buffet, you're not going into disease states. Once in a while, a party may be there, but that's not going to offset your health maintenance practice because it's at a foundational, there is a threshold difference in what you're calling as, what you would call relate to as health. And then there is other than that. Yeah. So it's a qualitative difference in what it means to be healthy. And healthy natural breathing, from having accommodated those dietary practices, those lifestyle practices, for example, what work you do, how you do your work, when you're not stressed out by the tedium of your everyday life and working through your everyday activities in a way that is more primed and more in a way that's more spruced up for what you have the capability of, what is more in tune with your fine sets of values. So it's like you have a task at hand and you have distractions. The more distractions you reduce, you're more focused on your task. You're doing more of that and less of that which takes away from the benefits from doing a task. Yeah. And that in itself adds a certain quality to how you think, how you function, and consequently, the level of healthy natural breathing you experience. So there are several fine details here. In this method of yoga, as you're interacting with me, I hope you would interact with me sometime soon, you will get to see fine details that you also would make changes in your lifestyle. You would be in your own job, doing your own stuff, but you would be going beyond certain things which you consciously, subconsciously, unconsciously, even supraconsciously, may not be aware of, because it takes for, I would call as, your four souls need to come together. Yeah. Um, so at least there's this idea of the Devi having four aspects, or Davy Jones' heart, yeah, of Pirates of the Caribbean. Um, Four aspects need to come together. So slowly, slowly, as you have those fine details coming together, how you heal, how you breathe, how you live, how you love are qualitatively different. How you then relate with movementless yoga, by which the bitters in your life, what is bitter, not working, it's like, oh, like this, yeah, or you having to hold on to certain practices, obsessive compulsives, yeah, or certain beads, crystals, books, what have you, that changes for the better. Your addictiveness to certain things changes for the better. And what happens then is you would be more holding on to nothing. And then the books you read, the beads you look at, the different teachings, they are understood in a finer way versus just taking them for what they are. The essence of them becomes more available because your bodily metabolism, how you process information, is finer. So your ability to appreciate becomes better. So the food you eat becomes more the essence, adds to the essence that is you. And then the essence of you appreciates them in a way that is not just putting stuff, out in and, in through one and out the other. It's not just that. The body's ability to assimilate the information that's there becomes finer. And that's what I call as fine living. Yeah. So there are several finer aspects to it. And this threshold needs to be gone beyond for us to have the experience of actual normal. Otherwise, we are normalizing certain discomfort, certain stress, certain patterns of behavior, because there's a majority of people are doing this way, and hence this is the normal. We have WHO's list of diseases. It's talking about a lot of things have been normalized versus not having thought, not able to think about that there is something finer than that. There is actual ground zero and not normalized as ground zero or the present moment. Yeah. So there are several people talking about the present moment, but there are these finer aspects which may not already be there um, about being in the present moment. Yeah. And that includes healthy and natural breathing. Okay. And having said that, if this gives a little more context on what is not already known about this work, I'm in different stages of making these finer aspects available. But right now, if you can pay attention to warmth in your inner ear, you have the left and right sides of your body. This moment, if you can pay attention to left and right sides of your head, around the region of your ears, in an experiential way, which means try and pay attention to softness of your ears, left and right sides, yeah? If you can pay attention to softness, you're likely to notice warmth in the left and right sides of your ears, which means you would be paying attention to the left and right sides of your body. Yeah? And when you're paying attention to your ears, chances are it becomes easier for you to appreciate any tension in your shoulders, left and right sides. Because the ears and your shoulders are very closely related. At least there is a left and right sides. Yeah. And if you can notice the experience of your shoulders by paying attention to warmth and softness in the left and right sides of your ears, and if simply listening to me is having you experience irritation because I'm repeating my words, or for what, or because of the sound of my voice or the pitch of my tone, chances are the progesterone hormones in your body has not had sufficient time to rest, or your nerves may be a little more affected by progesterone hormones, which is part of the cyclical processes that your body functions by. Yeah. So if there's any irritation, yeah, there's a little intolerance, you can't hear, your ears are going kee, yeah, can't hear. Try paying attention as much as possible to the softness inside your ears and warmth inside your ears. Yeah. Just the softness, warmth, and any sense of relaxation about your ears. Okay. Chances are you may want to spend some time, yeah, away from the computer maybe, or just walking around, just noticing that sense of relaxation in your ears. Because chances are your nerves haven't breathed, your muscles haven't breathed. Yeah. Because of how much you've been listening and yeah, hormonal effect from inside your body and sounds. Somebody or the other is always talking to you and you have to keep listening, and you may not have experienced rest. Yeah. But the left and right sides of the body, but the front and back of your body, we'll come to all of that. Right now, we don't want to think about too many things, because there could be overwhelmed, lot of things to pay attention to. So just pay attention to any sense of relaxation about your ears. Okay. Any sense of warmth and softness about the front and back of your ears. Okay, sides, left and right sides of your ears. You will slowly be able to improve the range of awareness. Okay, we don't want to think about all of that. Okay. Okay, it's going to take its own time. And I must tell you that this is not a one-time thing. Okay? If you're doing this now, you may want to pay attention to sense of relaxation in your ears, warmth, softness, the afternoon, the evening, yeah, in the night. Because why I say this is because the sun is moving across the sky different times. Yeah. So environmental effects would be different. This is about you taking care of yourself. Yeah. And this requires you appreciating how is your yearly experience, the year's experience. You have other parts of the body. You don't want to think about all of that. Yeah. Slowly, slowly. Okay. Because we are on body clock time, not on brain clock time. Yeah. Yeah. Our intellectual construct of time is there in calendar. That's which is different from body clock time. Okay. Pay attention to any sense of relaxation in your ears, and it becomes easier to listen to me without losing your patience and tolerance. And yeah, that could also happen. But over time, as you improve your sense of relaxation, as you have a better sense of relaxation and rest about your ear muscles, about your um, nerves, okay? Yeah, slowly, slowly, you'll be able to listen to me and maybe understand what I'm saying a little better. Yeah, it would help if you could include some cucumbers in your diet, and have some room temperature water, because this will help your nerves heal better from the nervous tension and, from not having sufficient rest. Rest itself requires a different kind of nutrition. Work requires certain kind of nutrition. Rest also requires certain kind of nutrition to be able to better rest. So the rest is complete and then be able to come to work. Okay. Room temperature water. Okay. Some cucumber. You could put some, maybe a little mint or something. Yeah. They call it as enlivened water, but it's basically, these are herbs. Yeah. Water does something. Water digests these herbs. You put anything into water, um, water does some digestion. So that could add to it. Um, or if you're just drinking water, also, water does the digestion inside your body. Water digests certain stuff which is not so much working in your body. So that becomes easier over time for your body to have healthier metabolism. And not too much of water. Just say, okay, water now, so drink a lot of water to help digestion. Little, just enough. Okay? Not overdoing anything. A few sips glasses. Yeah? 2, 3, if you're feeling that thirsty. But not too much at a time. Yeah, not to the point of, oh, puke. No. Mm-mm. Or say, okay, now water good, so you're going to keep drinking water. Everything in moderation. That's when you appreciate water also, the good things in life. You're going to overdo it. You come to a point of saturation and then no more. Yeah? While it's still good, yeah, we pause. Yeah. Like spa treatment. All nice and fine, warm and moist, and your body's all feeling soft and nice. Gets a little too hot, get out. Yeah, don't do it. I mean, do something else. You can write. So there are all several fine aspects to it. Okay. All right. So we'll pause for now. Okay. Um, if you'd like to continue this work, this is of benefit to you, contact me. We will then further go to other aspects. Like I said, there are some beginning practices. You still have to come to healthy and natural breathing, and so there are all several. We have 10 kinds of breath. A lot of information. So right now, relaxation about the region of your ears. Yeah. So you can hear better, maybe listen better, hear better. Okay, listening is different from hearing. Okay, we're not there yet. Yeah. So you can hear better. Thank you so much for your kind interest and attention. Yeah. Fine details. Yeah. It's fine living. Fine. Good day.